This music's okay. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Gymnasium on the campus of Trinity Baptist College for exciting men's basketball in the NCCAA Division II South region. Tonight, the TBC Eagles play host to the Eagles of Pensacola Christian College. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you to please stand for prayer and national anthem. Let's pray. Lord Father, as we always do, we give you thanks for the talents you've given these young men, and we ask for their safety on the court. Keep them all free from harm and injury. Allow the Eagles, Lord, to travel home safely tonight. And as they're on the road again tomorrow, Father, give them safety and protection. Protect all of us, Lord, from this virus, and we pray that this will come to end very soon. But above all else, Lord, we pray for our nation, and number one, that we worship you, our Lord and Savior. In your name we pray. Amen. Introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Eagles of Pensacola Christian College, led by head coach Mr. Mark Getch in his 27th season. At guard, a 6'3" senior from Lagos, Nigeria, number 0, James Shodimu. At guard, a junior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 2, Christian Porter. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore from Pace, Florida, number 5, Austin Lewis. At forward, a 6'4" sophomore from Pensacola, Florida, number 34, A.J. Ward. And at center, a 6'8" junior from Detroit, Texas, number 41, Will Higdon. And a starting lineup for the home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles, led by Coach John D. Jones in his 10th year out of Liberty University. At guard, a 6'2" senior from Tallahassee, Florida, number 1, Jakari Randolph. At guard, a 6' freshman from Port Charlotte, Florida, number 5, Ethan Bray. At guard, a 6' freshman from Quitman, Georgia, number 11, Xavier Rose. At forward, a 6'5" freshman from Port Charlotte, Florida, number 21, Kafumba Tori. And at forward, a 6'3" sophomore from Valdosta, Georgia, number 23, Trey Whitfield. And again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trinity Baptist College as the Eagles are ready to take on one of their biggest rivals of all, the Eagles of Pensacola Christian College. I'm Ray Bureau and Dean Bureau, our cameraman, once again here at TBC Eagles Athletics, and we hope you'll enjoy the new on-screen scoreboard that we are able to provide to you. Now, the on-screen clock is inoperable, but Dean will show you the scoreboard clock, and I'll announce the time throughout the broadcast as usual. TBC is 1-6 on the season. No wins, 3 losses in the South region, but their last game they took care of Great Lakes Christian College on January 8th, 78-69, scoring 70 points per game and allowing 82, and we'll tell you a little bit more and a little bit about Pensacola Christian as we get the opportunity. But right now, the opening tip-off, and this ball game is underway. We had a barn burner women's game. Pensacola won it by 2, 63-61 on a buzzer beater by Jenna Wolford. That ball goes out of bounds, and Pensacola will take possession. Ball game just underway in case you're just now joining us. Pensacola is 1-13 on the season. No wins, 1 loss in South Region play. They had a great game down in Kissimmee a few days ago at Johnson University, but Johnson won that game in overtime, 107-104. Ball stripped away by Ethan Bray. He's on the move to the hole, gives it up, and the basket is good by Rose, and Trinity Baptist on the board first. Xavier Rose in his freshman season averages 9 points per game. Trinity Baptist leads 2-0. That's Christian Porter with the ball. Gives it up to the big man who is stripped. Whitfield, pull-up jumper, it's good. Trey Whitfield averages 3.8 points per game, but of late he has worked his way into the starting lineup, and he has been dynamite for Trinity Baptist, especially in the last few games. 18.5 left to go. Higdon, guarded by Turi. That is a 2-point shot. It is off the rim, batted around and grabbed by Turi. Kafumba Tori is averaging 11.6 points per game. He is TBC's leading scorer. And we got an alley-oop to Tori. I almost missed that. I was writing something down. But Tori ignites the crowd. Higdon inside, guarded by Tori, gives this one up. Shidimu unable to convert. Trinity Baptist on the defense, now with possession, leading 6-0. Shot clock down to 13. Ball batted up in the air, pulled down by Higdon. That's a big man, Will Higdon, 6'8", from Detroit, Texas. He is a junior. Head coach, Mr. Mark Getch, in his 27th season at the helm of Pensacola Christian College men's basketball. Turi with the steal. This one's knocked out of bounds, and last touch by A.J. Ward. So Trinity Baptist will take possession, already leading 6-0, just 3 minutes into this one. Barrett, would you like to come on? Would you like to come on? Would you like to come on? Sure. I'll talk. Do whatever you want. And that one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Trinity Baptist. 6-0, and in just a second, once we get them hooked up, we're going to say hello to women's basketball coach Jared Sellers. And Dean's going to hook you up in just a second there, Coach. It is off the front of the rim and pulled down by Higdon. Coach, we had one fantastic women's game, and I thought we were going to have you there for a little bit. We came back from 16 points, led by 7. You scored 7 in a row to tie it. And Jenna Wolford with that buzzer beater.
Yeah, that was a great play by Jenna. But listen, Coach Allen's done such a great job here. She's done such a great job here with the women's program. It was a great, exciting game. And your girls played really hard. It was really great for us. I mean, I'm really happy we got the win. Jenna with that big bucket at the end. So it was a good time.
That is first foul on Kafumba Turi, and it will send Higdon to the line. I mentioned this a moment ago, Jared. That's a big man shooting free throws right now. 6'8". I can't even reach that high.
Yeah, Will's a big guy, and this is his first year with the team, and his footwork's getting a lot better, and we needed to be strong second semester.
He gets you on the board, 6'1". We had a pretty good start to this game.
Mm-hmm.
But don't count you guys out. Now, your record may not look that impressive, but I've been keeping up with your scores. You've been playing some good basketball.
Yeah, of late the guys have really been playing well. Really tough NAIA schedule early on, and we didn't play real well in it, but they're really starting to figure themselves out a little bit. And hopefully we can hang with you guys tonight. You're a little more athletic, but we'll see.
You have a much younger team this year than what I've seen over the last few years. As Randolph fires off a 3, a little too strong. Porter, I love this young man.
Yeah.
I knew him. He's
a Jacksonville kid, right?
He's a friend of Dean's, my son over here.
Yeah.
That is just one fantastic young man.
Yeah, CP's a really good player. I mean, you guys are D'ing him up pretty well right now, but he's really played well for us, and hope for, again, another great second semester for him.
Bounce pass inside to Higdon, and he uses his body and
Nice.
gets the layup off the glass. We got the first 6, but you've come back with 3 in a row. That one goes a little bit out of bounds, a little bit astray, but Trinity's going to keep the ball at 24 seconds. Your women's team, always one of the best in the nation, and we really gave you a game tonight.
Your girls played so well, really got after it. I mean, the refs were letting a lot go tonight, and it was a really good defensive battle.
And they were consistent with both teams. They had fans of both teams saying, "Where's the foul? Good call, bad call." And here comes Lauren Alvarez, another Jacksonville product. And I told her I'm half mad at her. I like that she played well. I know her. She used to play here in this gym.
Yeah, Lauren's a great player.
Of course, we wanted to win.
Yeah, and it was a great game. I mean, honestly, the way we played, both teams deserved to win tonight. I mean, I'm glad we squeaked it out, but it was a really good game.
Well, the progress that Trinity Baptist has made in the last couple of years, consider the team that played a few years ago, and they got the Bible College NIT, and 2 years ago didn't get a chance to defend last year.
Yeah.
But they have played some great basketball. They're now 3-3, and 5 of those 6 games, they really played well and could have won it tonight.
I think that's attributing a lot of that to Coach Allen and what Judy's done a great job, and she's been able to retain these players. You got a lot of juniors and seniors, and that's what's made them well.
And we're going to have a foul. Looks like that's going against Lewis, if I saw that correctly. That'll be the first on Lewis and the first team foul for Pensacola. And I hear Noah Ferrari say this a lot. Got to be careful just saying the Eagles when these two teams get together.
Yeah.
I always make sure I say Trinity and Pensacola.
Oh, yeah.
How's Noah doing?
Noah's doing great.
He's moved on. He's still with the college.
Yeah, he is, and he's still calling all the games. He's working a little bit more in marketing and promotion of the school. And Noah does a great job for us and keeping things.
Now, we're Facebook friends. We text each other. I haven't met in person, but I can tell he's a terrific gentleman, too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's watching, so
he's
hello,
a good
Noah.
friend, and
Just
great guy.
built himself a house, too.
He's real crafty with stuff like that.
He's
a real talented guy.
He built it himself. Way to go, Noah. And that is Rose off the glass. Doesn't go. Rebound pulled in. That is Clayton Buckley. They switched numbers on me, so I got to remember that. Buckley and Higdon. 14:20 left in the first half. Porter pulls up. He finds Ugaldi, and Ugaldi up and over, but he'll draw the foul. That's going to be 2 shots. Is that right? Ugaldi is saying his name correctly?
Yes, Ugaldi, yes, Brian.
Okay. And the foul is going against Trinity's Jaquez Anderson, his first, team foul number 2. So Ugaldi will shoot 2 free throws, and on the season, limited opportunity, 26, not too limited. He's hit half of those, 50%. We saw in that women's game, Trinity made 23 free throws, and I said twice that's one of the main reasons that game stayed so close.
They were able to get back. We were able to pull away from them a little bit, but then the free throws, them able to being able to score the ball with the clock stopped really was big for them.
Ugalde misses his first, and Coach Jones and I say this a lot. In tight games, those free throws will determine the winner.
Yes.
All right, so Ugalde with free throw number 2. It is off the back of the rim. Rose pulls this one down, and we have a very young team ourselves, Coach. And there's a lot of talent in those white jerseys.
Yeah, they're very athletic. Coach Jones does such a great job with them too, of getting them to run the offense and then getting them to lock down on the defensive end. They've always a really strong defensive team, and these athletes, I really think once the region happens, you guys are going to be tough at the region tournament.
That is Mark Jobert Maisonette drawing the foul. That's going against Ugalde, his first, team foul number 2. And it's hard to keep track of everything on there.
It is.
Rebound. I can't do the rebounds and all that, but Yasmin Brown's our official scorekeeper, and I'm able to click over here on Presto Sports, hit box score, and I can get the information when I want to get it.
Yeah. You know,
Maisonette, sorry, Coach, he's 2 for 6 at the line, and that one's a little too strong.
This is the second game back for John Clay. He was injured in the first. Had a bad ankle injury his first semester. He's been able to really rehab it hard and come back, and he played just a few minutes the other night at Johnson, and this is his second game back, and he was, I think, a first-team All-Region last year.
He's always put up big point totals against us. Yeah. Most every time we've met, we've had some really exciting basketball, usually within just a few points. And Sam Battle with the layup and the foul. Yeah. We'll see who gets called for the foul. Caleb Eiffel with his first. Sometimes we can't see the fingers the ref holds up, but we got the scoreboard that tells us. And they're holding up number 11, but I think it was 13. That would be Caleb Eiffel, his first. Team foul number 3. And Sam Battle got the basket. He'll shoot 2. And Sam's really come to life in our last few games. 11 for 21 at the line before that miss. 9-3. Sam's averaging 12.4. He's the leading scorer. Kafumba Tori at 11.6 for us.
You guys are really doing a great job defending, helping off, jumping, passing lanes. Really aggressive half-court defense.
Running the baseline is Clay. We just talked about him, and he is stripped. Tyrese Freeman. And we have a whistle, and it's Trinity's basketball. Call against John Clay, his first. And, Coach, in a small gym like this, that crowd can get loud.
Your crowd's always real loud. And usually at the end of the girls' game, they come in, it gets packed in here, and they're really intense and bringing energy. And then there's always a ton of energy in this guys' game.
And you see the difference. We just use an iPad and the Wi-Fi. You have a television studio on campus. Hey, what we have works.
Hey, it works. Y'all do a good job with it. Job with it.
I've had many second jobs in my life, but this is by far the best ever.
Yeah, and it really keeps you busy.
I'm a full-time teacher in the high school.
Okay.
That was Battle with the miss. John Clay across the court. Clay taking it himself. Short jumper, no good. Rebound and a foul. That looks like it's going against Maisonette, his first. And 2 free throws for Clayton Buckley. Buckley on the season from the line, 53%, 8 out of 15. Pensacola's averaging 68 points per game, allowing 90. But again, you've played a really tough NAIA schedule, and I think a couple of NCAA teams as well.
The schedule's been real tough, and because of the COVID year, there's been a lot of cancellations, and then you end up picking up some games just because other teams need it.
We just had a few schedule changes this week ourselves.
Sometimes you end up with 4 or 5 games in a row, something you really didn't want, but it's just what you have to do.
Yeah, you're on the road again tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, the girls are up at Bob Jones. Because of some issues, COVID issues, the guys won't be playing.
Yeah, Bob Jones was unable to come here this past Monday night. They were scheduled.
Yeah.
Buckley misses them both, and TBC leads 9-3, 12:46. We're talking with Jared Sellers, Pensacola's women's basketball coach. If you missed that game, go back and watch it. It was still up there on our YouTube channel. And I'm sure you're going to check it out and see what you did well and what you want to work on.
We're definitely going to be watching it again.
Gotta admit, both teams missed scoring opportunities.
Oh, they did. They did.
There's a great move by Brian Ugaldi for his first score of the night, and it's 9-5. Bray ties up with two Pensacola players and a jump ball. It is Pensacola's possession. 12-17, a low-scoring start.
Yep.
9-5, but many times our team will come out in the second half and light up the scoreboard.
Well, honestly, for us, it being a little low-scoring game is going to give us time maybe to find our flow in this intense game. And the way your guys are D'ing it up, it's going to give us hopefully a little bit of chance, and maybe we can hold y'all off, and it'll be a close game down the stretch.
We're allowing 82 points per game. We've also played some tough NAIA competition. Beat Great Lakes Christian, who was
a big win
national runners-up the last time we were able to play the tournament.
Yeah. Great Lakes is really tough. Coach Westerland up there does a good job with them. But for you guys to get that win, that was a big win coming out the Christmas break.
Shodimu in the paint, is stripped, keeps possession, and misses the layup. Turi keeps this one in bounds, and you talked about that defense, and they just made a play on Shodimu.
Yeah. You guys are making it tough for us. We're not really getting any really good looks.
We've seen Shodimu here plenty of times too. He doesn't score 20 points, but he always does something to help you guys win a game.
Yeah, James is a great defender, and he's got to be a little more offensive of late, and so he's doing a good job there. But he's a senior and playing really well.
He's a good ball handler and passes well. A team player, he'll let others score the points, but he'll put it up if he needs to. Traveling violation called against Higdon. 11-19 left on the clock. First half, a low-scoring first half, 9-5. Both defenses are making it tough to get inside and get off the easy shot.
Yeah, recently our guys started playing a little bit more of this 2-3 matchup, and it's really helped our guys on the defensive end, and it's helped slow the other team down offensively, making shots a little bit tougher looks for them.
Turi draws the foul. There were two PCC players nearby. We'll see who gets called. That's going against Austin Lewis. I have him at 2, team foul number 5. You know, Coach, there's a question I've been wondering for many years. Why is college men's basketball the only level that plays 20-minute halves instead of 4 quarters?
I don't know. It needs to go to 4 quarters. When the women's game first went to that, we didn't love it, but the flow's much better. And so I'd love to see the guys' game do the same thing. It just fits international play. It fits high school play better. So hopefully the guys' game will come around to that pretty soon.
Turi at 62% from the line, coming in respectable. Missed his first, and number 2 is good. Turi now with 3. 10-5, Trinity Baptist leads. There was some talk about going to 4 quarters this season, but a lot of things happened to kind of squelch any changes.
Right.
You see the blue lines, and I've seen you online, and you have the extra line there. That was supposed to be the 3-point line this year.
It was. And in the postseason played last year, March Madness got canceled, but the NIT and those other tournaments were going to experiment with the 4 quarters and things like that, and then with the cancellations, they put it off another year. And so hopefully after this year, maybe in the guys' game that'll happen, and then obviously moving back that line for all college guys next year.
Now, I've seen our junior high play in here, and they're trying to shoot from beyond the arc, and some of those guys can hit, too.
Yeah.
There's some big boys at the Episcopal School of Jacksonville who can bury NBA threes.
Really.
And
there's a lot of good basketball over here.
Offensive foul called against Mark Jobert Maisonette. That's his second. It is team foul number 3. Porter brings it up court for Pensacola. Hey, next time you're in town, you got to bring Noah with you to join me on the game.
He should have drove over here today. If he's listening, he should have been in the car on his way over here.
John Clay misses a 3. Porter rebound and the putback. Porter averages 10.4, and he's on the board for the first time. As much as I love that guy, I don't like him seeing score points against us.
I get it. You don't want him to score tonight, but I understand that.
Now, he's very used to this court, too.
Yeah.
Whitfield draws the foul. Now, question is, on the floor, will he get the 2 free throws? It looks like he is going to be called for tripping. I think that was against Porter. If I saw that right, it is. It's on the board. His Now they have him as second. I missed one earlier. That's on the floor, so TBC will inbound. 10-7. It was 9-3 just a couple of moments ago.
Both teams really struggling. Both teams really struggling right now to find any kind of offensive flow.
See if we can pull up the percentages. Pensacola shooting just 33%. Trinity at 36%. That one nearly got away. Ugalde keeps it in bounds, powers his way inside, and this one's off the big man Higdon.
I think both teams are going to have to hit that pull-up jumper a little bit. Both of them are getting a tad too deep in the lane. The other teams are rotating so well. There's going to need to be a few more pull-up jumpers.
They're aggressive. This is not only a conference game, but this is a good rivalry we have with you in basketball and soccer. And that reminds me, what a great soccer game back in the region semifinal.
You didn't have to bring that up.
You guys made the national. You deserve that bid. You and Bob Jones made some noise in the national tournament.
He did. You guys played so well to get that win at regionals, and it is a real competitive game in soccer.
Ball was tipped, so Trinity keeps possession.
And the girls, I think both teams compete so hard, girls and guys on the basketball side, and I think Coach Getch has such a great respect for Coach Jones and vice versa, and then me for Coach Allen, and so I think that just helps us compete better, and then after the game, we're still friends.
Freeman beats the buzzer. Well, we're talking, I didn't notice the shot clock, but Freeman did, and he was able to beat the buzzer and get the basket. 12-7 TBC. 8:52 left. And, Coach, that's an unforced error right there.
It is. We got to be a little bit stronger with that ball right there.
8:51 left in the half. Again, a very low-scoring first half. Trinity Baptist 12, Pensacola Christian 7. Now, Coach Jones and I have talked for the last couple of years, this South region, any team is capable of winning the tournament.
Any team can win any night, and that's tough. And I mean, there's no easy games. There's no sure wins. And you know what? It hasn't always been that way on the girls' side, but this year I think it is. I think you have a bunch of competitive teams, and it's just great for the South region.
Caleb Eiffel with the basket, making it 12-9. And that's what you love, the great competition. And even if one game ends up a little lopsided, it's not going to stay that way because you're going to meet up again and get some good games. And Torrey, that's a second dunk of the night.
That was a great high-low look right there.
I hope Dean got that because I missed it. (14-9). Screech Eagle now in between the bleachers as Porter fires off a three off the front of the rim. Just under 8 minutes left in the first half. Torrey with the great pass from Rose.
Good timeout.
And the layup. 7 points for Kafumba Torrey, and that was one of the best passes we've seen.
Yeah, it was. What happened the last two times they were to get the ball in the middle and then drop it down that low, short corner, diving in there. The last substitution, whenever Pensacola subbed, the guys down low weren't defending the middle as well, and Trinity Baptist took advantage of it.
So a timeout with the score, Trinity Baptist 16, Pensacola Christian 9, and as we always do, let's start with our visitors to see what they have on tap after tonight's game. You got Florida Gateway College on January 23rd. You get a little bit of a break, and a lot of people, they don't realize just how good junior college teams can be.
Especially junior colleges in Florida. Junior colleges in Florida are allowed to give tuition and room and board scholarships, so they are extremely talented. Our guys did have 3 games in between that, and all 3 of them were COVID cancellations.
And these are players that are just shy of getting some big-time scholarship offers.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to host Toccoa Falls College on January 30th. Hopefully everything will be okay at Toccoa by then.
Yeah, I heard you guys lost a game with them.
The women won't get to play Saturday. The men are going up. 2 shots coming for number 13, Caleb Eiffel. Foul called on Sam Battle. That's his first. And team foul number 5 for Trinity Baptist.
Toccoa's got a new men's coach and a new women's coach, and their athletic program has got some real athletes this year, both sides. Both teams are really tough. And once again, to strengthen an overall South region.
Eiffel misses his first. Comes in at 9 for 15 on the season. Fairly limited opportunities. 60%. Again, if they want to pull close, though, they got to make those free throws. It's a lot easier to say that than to actually do it when you're down there running around for 40 minutes. And that is free throw number 2 is good from Caleb Eiffel. And, Coach, who's this youngster right here?
This is my wife, but this girl, this is Corbin.
You know, she's way too pretty for you.
Yes, she is. All right, this is Corbin Zorka. She is our Ilardo. We had a girl play for us a couple years ago, Holly Zorka, and that's her little baby. And she was back helping, her and her husband were back helping us on the bench a little bit tonight, just hanging out with us. And they're really good friends and was a great player for us. And so we're kind of holding their baby right now while they go get some food.
And that one last touch by Rose, so we'll stay with Pensacola. And I saw her over there acting like a little cheerleader for you. And
well, her mom played for us, so I'm hoping in a few years she'll be playing for us.
You had a good luck charm because you had 3 buzzer beaters in that game, second, third, and fourth quarters.
Yes. We finished the quarters well, thankfully.
And a great turnaround jumper by Christian Porter. 4 points for Porter. 18-12, 3-point effort. Parrish Hobby, no good. Rebound, Clayton Buckley. 6:45 left in the half. 18-12, TBC leads. There's Ugaldi, or actually Eiffel, with the basket. I don't know how he kept that back foot still.
I know.
His momentum was carrying him
really
forward.
thought he should have shot the first pull-up jumper, but we'll take it.
But he did keep the foot still. Good no call. 4-point game. It was 8 not long ago. Pensacola has scored the last 2 baskets. Shot clock down to 7. Whitfield, 4-3, a little bit too strong, and good read by Ward. Let it go out of bounds, and his teammates to get up the court in the score.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we want to do. I mean, we were trying to run a little bit at the beginning of the year. We lost a few guys, and now we just kind of want to push it up, play at this pace. And as long as it stays low scoring, I mean, it's not a beautiful basketball, but that's a pace that we can play at and hopefully keep it close for 40 minutes.
Well, all that matters is that you have more than the other team at the end.
That's true.
Whether it's one more or 20 more.
That's true.
And this one is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Pensacola with 15 on the shot clock. Obviously, I hope we have more.
I understand.
I don't know how much voice I have left. I'm kind of glad there's not a third game.
Yeah. You know, I've noticed this in the South region, especially tonight, shows that it's hard to win on the road in the South region. Everybody's really plays well at home.
Ugalde gets it out to Porter, knocked down, but Porter corrals it. That's one of his specialties, and I've seen him do that a whole bunch of times as a TCA Conqueror.
CP has a real high release on his jump shot.
Now, he's only about 5'8", but he has a great vertical leap.
Yeah, he does. Real athletic player. It was good to see that fall. He's probably hit many jumpers in this gym.
He's put on a lot of muscle since last year, too. Yeah. That is Parrish Hobdy with the basket, his first of the night. He averages 7.4. Trinity 20, Pensacola 17. We're talking with Coach Jared Sellers, the Pensacola Christian women's basketball head coach. Porter from the corner, off the rim. And this one pulled down by Rose. Three-point margin for Trinity Baptist. We're under 5 minutes until the intermission. And that one tipped by Ugalde, so Trinity will keep the ball with 14 on the shot clock. Coach, my sports journalism class, we're doing an assignment now. I'm teaching them how to do a talk show.
Yeah.
And the topic of their next one is, what sports rules would you like to see changed? And one of my suggestions was put a shot clock in high school. What do you think?
A shot clock's got to happen in high school. I don't know if the number's 30 seconds or 35 or whatever. I don't think there should. I think on offensive rebounds it should reset all the way back, not to like 20 seconds like college. But there's got to be a shot clock in high school.
Randolph for 3. His first score of the night. He averages 3.3 points per game. Jakari Randolph's our only senior, and like we mentioned with Shodimu earlier, he doesn't score 20 points, but he handles the ball well, finds the open teammate.
Right. Always find a little something to get the team going. You know, and I'm originally from Georgia, and I heard that in Georgia the shot clock for high school is going into play next year.
I'd like to see it. I can understand junior high, no, because these kids, you don't want to rush them too much. But high school, at least at the varsity level, if not JV, maybe 35, 45 seconds.
I think
college started off at 45
they
seconds.
They did. But I think if we add that shot clock, you'll see coaches and high school basketball improve.
John Clay for three, a little wide to the left. Maisonette pulls down the rebound, and Trinity Baptist with a 6-point lead looking to extend. Hobney lost it, got it back. I remember a 9-8 high school basketball game when I worked at a radio station, and we had radio for that game. Jakari Randolph, another three. I was running the control board. I wasn't there, but you talk about a boring. It's 2 hours. 9-8.
If you get a shot clock in high school, coaches run better sets, offenses flow better. It's just a better basketball game to watch.
And the players will be more aggressive.
Yes.
This one's out of bounds. Ugalde pleading his case that he did not touch the ball, but the official says he did.
We got to do a little bit
better.
Tough
to tell from back here, though.
Yeah, we got to do a little bit better on the defensive end, getting out and closing up, getting a handle on that shooter. I mean, it's one thing for us to be in that matchup, but we can still get out there on the shooters, run them off that line a little bit better.
Well, what was down to one is now, and if I can do my math, Coach, 9-point lead for Trinity Baptist.
That's right.
I do teach math and as part of my physical science. But I worked all day and I'm tired. I've done 2 games.
You guys have stretched it to 9. Like I say, we want to keep it low scoring. I mean, 20. If you guys have 26 is fine, but we should be a little bit, have a few more points by now. Get that ball back inside.
Higdon inside on Torrey. Short jumper misses. Now Torrey looked like he made Higdon change his shot a little bit.
He did. Will just a little bit stronger on that. Finish a little bit more towards the basket. So next time, hopefully, he'll get that.
Higdon has a height advantage, but not by much. Torrey's about 6'5", okay. Higdon about 6'8", but Torrey has a very long arm span.
Yeah.
Hobney, 4-3, in and out. I thought that was good. And a great rebound by Ward getting over everybody. Yo, Coach, I got a call from UNF to help them with some baseball and softball this season.
Really? That's awesome. That'd be great for you. Great for you to get a little bit more exposure out there.
I did a little bit last spring before everything stopped. Almost had a chance to do some ESPN games. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to be able to do some baseball and softball. That is Parrish Hobney, 4-3. 29-17, 2.5 left until the intermission.
Our defensive rotations in that matchup is just a little struggle right now. You guys are getting the open looks. You got to do a little bit better job with it.
Loose ball inside the paint. Higdon on top of it. Looked like they were recovering a fumble.
Yeah.
I'm going to brag about Trinity Christian Academy, the state champions in Class 3A. I did that game on our Facebook page. We had to stop the radio station this year because of everything that's happened, but we're able to go to Facebook audio only, so we did it like radio. And after they lost their first game, the Conquerors won 10 games in a row. 11 games in a row and won the state championship. We were down 16-0 at halftime.
I didn't know that, but you guys always have such a strong athletic program, and your football team's always so good. Great program.
Came out today that our head coach, Verlin Dormany, he was named the Class 3A Head Coach of the Year and 3rd place in the entire state of Florida. And our quarterback, Ja'Cory Jordan, 3rd place for Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, congrats to them. That's awesome.
I like to brag on my Conquerors, too.
I understand.
29-19. I'm ready for halftime. I need a break.
What's Conqueror basketball look like this year?
They are struggling. They've won only 1 game, but again, it's a very young, inexperienced team. Coach Mario Thomas knows how to build a program. It's his 3rd season, and he's kind of had to reboot each year. There's a lot of talent. As they get some more experience, they're going to be all right. 2:19 left in the half. 29-17, Trinity Baptist leads. Of course, the Conquerors use this gymnasium. Haven't been able to do many of their games this season, but excuse me, I look forward to what they're going to become in the future.
Yeah.
3-point effort from Ward, no good. Torrey with the rebound. Almost said Conquerors. Eagles lead by 12.
Yeah, we needed that one to fall right there.
I understand Bob Jones is starting baseball this year and wondering where Pensacola is on getting baseball started. Maisonette could not get the putback in. Coach, any plans for baseball at Pensacola?
Yeah, you got me there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't hear each other in the headphones. That's just the way the connection is.
Overall, I would love to see us start baseball. Maybe we're 3 years out from that. So, I know Bob Jones has been working on this for a few years, and I think they'll have a great program. So,
foul's called on Jakari Randolph, sending John Clay to the line. He averages 6 points per game, but Coach has said he's had some injuries, and he looks pretty healthy so far tonight. These are his first free throw attempts of the season.
Yeah, I would love to see us. We need to start a few more sports. I think cross country is probably. I would love to see cross country and maybe eventually women's soccer and then baseball. But that's just me hoping. The school may have different plans there.
The only time I've actually seen the campus was about 20-some years ago. We had a teacher workshop over there when I worked for a different high school. I'm sure since then it's really blossomed.
It is. It's a great campus.
It was beautiful then.
It's a great campus, and the Lord's really blessed. And we have a great facilities. And it would be great if we saw a few more sports. But I mean, the Lord's really blessed, and you ought to come back over there and maybe make some of the regional tournaments there or something.
Well, I got the full-time duties in the high school. That makes it difficult. And hopefully I'll be able to do some of the away games before too long, at least make it a visit over there. Because there are a lot of great broadcasters in our region.
Yeah.
Bounce pass underneath. This is Ward. Spin move. And a whistle a little bit late, but Ward will shoot 2.
Yeah, there are a lot of good broadcasters. You do a good job. Noah does a good job. Johnny and his crew up there at Bob Jones does.
All right, I thought he held up 5. He held up 4 because Bray's not on the court, but that's Maisonette, and I have him at 3 unless I'm mistaken. A.J. Ward at the line, 11.7 points per game. First of 2, in and out. Ward is 67% coming into tonight's play. He's done a pretty good job. Nobody's going to be Larry Bird and hit 94% free throws, but 60% is respectable. 70%, you're talking very good.
Yeah, if these guys work hard and practice, shoot a lot of free throws, the guys, they ought to be shooting around 70, 75%. Love to see them shooting the 80s.
You got a couple on your women's team who do that.
We got a few nice shooters. Alvarez, McElhaney. We actually missed a few early on tonight I was a little unhappy about. But
I remember a gentleman named Nash Carter for Piedmont International. He came down here and he sank 24 out of 25 free throws, and they beat us by, I think, 2 points that game. 24 for 25, all in the second half. That has to be memorable there. Well, we missed a couple of opportunities on that exchange. It's a 10-point lead, 33 seconds left. Ball gets away. Porter for 3, a little short. Clay rebound, turn around, and good. His first basket, 3 points for Clay. 29-21, 20 seconds left. Ignore the shot clock. Torrey stripped, gets it right back, 10 seconds. Spinelli gives it up to Rose. We're down to 5. Rose inside the paint to Torrey, and a foul. Both Porter and Eiffel were there. We'll see who gets called. That's going to be Caleb Eiffel's second. And with 2 seconds left, that's going to send Torrey to the line. With time running out, you don't want to give the opposition a free throw.
No, I think we could have done a little bit better defending that pick and roll right there. You guys did a good job executing it, but maybe if we hedge a little harder, drop to help a little sooner, maybe we won't have to take that foul.
So Torrey looking to make it into the 30-point mark for TBC, a little too strong. Like I said, it's easier to say to make it, but we weren't out there back and forth for 20 minutes.
Yeah. And everybody's still kind of getting their legs back, coming back from
And, of course, we're not 21 years old either. I'm 51.
I'm 42, and I feel like 52.
Torrey's second, off the rim, did not get the bounce. Eiffel with the rebound. It's good if it goes, but it comes up short. And Trinity Baptist will take an 8-point lead into halftime, to 21. And Coach, any last words before we let you go?
No, thank you for the job you guys do. I always love coming over here. Real competitive game, and I appreciate it.
We appreciate you giving us some of your time tonight. Now we're going to let you just enjoy watching the second half. You and your good friend Mark Getch, 27 years.
It's amazing.
That's
I played
a long
for him back
time.
in the day.
Coach Dormany, the football coach we talked about, just finished his 30th season.
Wow.
Got his 8th state championship. All right, Jared, thanks for joining us once
Appreciate
again.
it.
Jared Sellers, women's basketball coach at Pensacola Christian College. A buzzer-beating win for the Lady PCC Eagles, 63-61. Right now, it's 29-21 as we start the halftime break. Back in about 12 minutes here on TBC Eagles. Stay with us. Welcome back to Trinity Gymnasium, where Trinity Baptist College has an 8-point lead over Pensacola Christian College, 29-21. As you see on the scoreboard, about 2.5 left until we resume play. Jakari Randolph hit a couple of three-pointers late in the first half. That's most of the difference that you see on the scoreboard. He has 6 points overall. Parrish Abdi 5, Mark Jobert Maisonette 1. Tyrese Freeman and Xavier Rose have each hit a basket. Kafumba Tori leads Trinity Baptist and all scorers actually with 7 points, and Trey Whitfield has 4. Nobody in any foul trouble so far. Sam Battle and Mark Jobert Maisonette each have 2. Randolph, Jaquez Anderson, and Turi each have 1 foul. For Pensacola, Christian Porter has tied Turi with 7 points to lead all scorers. John Clay has 3, a free throw and a deuce. Brian Ugaldi 2, Caleb Eiffel 5, AJ Ward 1, and Will Higdon has 3 for Pensacola Christian. Same situation, nobody in any danger as of yet as far as fouls go. Austin Lewis and Eiffel each have 2, and 1 each from Porter, Clay, and Ugaldi. Again, we want to thank Coach Jared Sellers for joining us throughout the first half, giving us some insight about Pensacola Christian athletics. And he said some great words about Trinity Baptist and Coach John Jones, and he talked about the possibility of eventually adding baseball within the next few years. Hope they're able to do that. Bob Jones is beginning this season, and Trinity Baptist is going to play 6 games, barring any schedule changes, against Bob Jones University on the baseball field. 3 up there, and the season finale series down here in Jacksonville. So we look forward to seeing the Bruins of Bob Jones University on the baseball field this spring. Getting ready to resume play. Under a minute to go. Pensacola has shot 35% from the field, 1 for 7 from three-point range, and 4 for 12 from the line. Trinity Baptist, 12 out of 26 is 46% from the field, just 3 for 10 from the three-point range, and 2 for 7 from the free throw line. Rebound battle, very even. Pensacola 16, TBC 15. Both teams committed 7 personal fouls. Pensacola stole 2 possessions, Trinity Baptist 3. And again, very even play other than Trinity Baptist with a couple of more baskets and an 8-point lead as we get ready for the second half. Trinity will now go from the right to the left wearing the home whites. Pensacola in the nice, beautiful royal blues will be now going from the left to the right. Trinity Baptist has a possession arrow. Randolph, Rose, Whitfield, Turi, and Bray will start things off as they did the first half. For Pensacola, Lewis, Porter, Shodimu, Higdon, and Ward. So an 8-point lead as Trinity Baptist looks to get it back into double digits as we start the second half. Had some very exciting basketball here earlier today as well. Pensacola women defeated Trinity Baptist 63-61, but TBC's Jayla Green had 26 points for the home team Eagles, obviously earning player of the game. Pensacola had a couple of 14s themselves. And Rose's layup does not go, and it's pulled down, but Rose will be called for the foul, reaching in as he tried to take the ball away from Lewis. That will be foul number 1 on Xavier Rose. Sandy McElhaney, 14, or actually Lauren Alvarez with 13, but Jenna Wolford, who hit the game-winning shot with 1.7 seconds left, finished with 15. That broke the tie. Trinity tried to get off a three-pointer to win it, but it came up short. An excellent basketball game. Trinity Baptist women's basketball playing very good, solid ball here in 20-21. Ward, pull-up jumper, and looked like Whitfield might have gotten some fingertips on that one. Bray brings it up, finds Torrey underneath, and the third slam dunk of the night for Kafumba Torrey. That ignites the crowd, as did the first two, and a 10-point lead for the Trinity Baptist Eagles. Porter did not get it, but Higdon knocked it in on the rebound, so give him both the rebound and the score, and an 8-point lead for Trinity Baptist. 18:43 and counting left in the game. Bounce pass inside to Torrey. Does not go, and this one's out of bounds. Last touch by Trey Whitfield. So Pensacola takes over. Still a whole lot of time left. 18:35 and counting. Higdon on Torrey, and a traveling violation. Good defense by Kafumba Torrey. And Trinity Baptist will get the ball right back, leading by 8. (31-23). Randolph finds Rose. Torrey just outside the paint. Bray now for three, in and out. That one just would not go down, and Higdon pulls down the rebound. Long pass to Ward in the corner. Here's Ward inside, a finger roll on the power move, and that's his first field goal. 3 total points. And a deficit for Pensacola down to 6. 31-25, Trinity Baptist leads, 17 and a half left to go. Randolph feeds Bray inside the arc. And Whitfield has that one taken away by Shodimu. James Shodimu, whom we talked about with Coach Sellers earlier, with the steal. And Pensacola on a little bit of a run, trying to pull even closer. Porter guarded by Rose. Turnaround jumper off the rim from Lewis. Battle for the ball, won by Randolph. Randolph under the legs, hits Torrey. Rose with 6 seconds on the shot clock, finds Randolph for 3. It's off the rim, into the hands of Lewis. Lewis guarded by Bray at midcourt. Porter at the top of the lane, no good. Jakari Randolph getting up and over everybody on the rebound. Whitfield, no, but he draws the foul. Trey Whitfield will shoot 2. Foul's called on A.J. Ward. That is his first, team foul number 1 of the second half. Trey Whitfield at the line, where he is 0 for 2 on the season. These are his first attempts of the night. That one bounces around and drops in. 5 points for Whitfield. 7-point lead now pending free throw number 2. And Whitfield hits them both, giving himself 6 and his team an 8-point lead that they had when the second half began. It is 33-25 and a steal by Rose. 1-on-2, no good. Foul before the second attempt. And that one is going against Caleb Eiffel, his third, if I have that correct. Xavier Rose at the line for 2. First attempts of the night on the season. He is 8 for 12. Number 1, little too short off the front of the rim. Brian Ugaldi checks in for Pensacola. Shodimu will head off. 16 minutes and 6 seconds left. Trinity Baptist leads by 8, pending this second free throw from Xavier Rose. This one is a little too strong. Batted around. Rose coming from the line to keep it in play. And Trinity will get a fresh 20 seconds. Whitfield, 4-3, it's good. Trey Whitfield, a 3-point shot, and Coach Getch will call the timeout. That's the first timeout called by either coach, a full 60-second timeout. And it comes with the score 36-25 in favor of Trinity Baptist, 15:43 left on the clock. After today, Trinity Baptist will go to Toccoa Falls College. In case you missed the announcement, we said it during the women's game, but in case you missed it, the women's game at Toccoa has been canceled. The men's game will now take place at 2 o'clock this Saturday, January 16th, at Toccoa Falls College. On the 21st, both the women and the men are at Johnson University of Florida, 6 p.m., 8 p.m. tip-off, women first. Then the gentlemen are at Pasco Hernando Community College the next day, the 22nd, and in Lake City on the 26th. That game against Florida Gateway College just earlier today has been switched from here to Lake City, Florida Gateway College. We talked about them a little bit with Coach Sellers earlier. That is a very good junior college team. The next home game after tonight, January 28th against Pasco Hernando, and then the rest of the way is all within the South region. 36-25, Trinity Baptist leads, 15:41 and counting as the clock resumes. Ifill up the left side of the court, guarded by Bray, now double teamed. Tries to hit it off Bray and out of bounds, but Rose grabs it, brings it up court. Gray, 4-3 off the rim. Higdon couldn't control it, neither could Torrey, and Shodimo picks it up. Ifill, pull-up jumper, a little too strong. Randolph nearly dragged that back foot, kept it still, hit Whitfield, three-pointer off the rim. Really nice rebound by Shodimu. James Shudimu, a senior from Lagos, Nigeria, stands at 6'3". Higdon, turnaround jumper, in and out. Ugaldi couldn't get the second chance to go. Break for Trinity Baptist, missed opportunity for the Pensacola Eagles. Trinity slows down this possession, 10 on the shot clock. Torrey outside the paint, runs the baseline, and is blocked by Higdon. Quick transition up the court, and Ifill, the beneficiary. He now has 7. 36-27 is the score. 14 minutes left. Again, the on-screen scoreboard is fine. The clock, inoperable. You saw it running in the first half, but inaccurate. Here is Randolph. No good, so we've turned off the clock on the screen. Whitfield, second chance, no. Torrey's third chance, doesn't go, and Shadumu almost put it in the wrong basket. Here's Shodimu up the court. 9-point lead for Trinity Baptist. There's Ifill underneath, does not get the ball to go, and I just saw the replay on a monitor I have, and Shodimu, yes, he very nearly put it in the wrong basket, but Trey Whitfield puts it in the right basket That's a second three. He has an even dozen. The leading scorer on the court, Travius Whitfield, 39-27. Ugalde's underhand layup not going through. Quick transition to Whitfield. The reverse layup is good. That is 14 points for Whitfield. And it is 41-27. Trinity Baptist leads by 14. Ifill will go to the line for two. We'll see which Trinity player is called for the foul. That is Trey Whitfield, his first. Team foul number 2, and Ifill at the line where he's 1 for 2 so far tonight. So on the season with the 1 for 2 earlier, now 10 out of 16. He has 2, and number 1 is a little too short. Substitutions all around for the Eagles. Trinity Eagles, Sam Battle, Mark Jobert, Maisonette, Parrish Hobdy, Jaquez Anderson, Ethan Bray now on the court for Coach Jones. Free throw number 2 is good for Ifill. Trinity in this second half has gone on a really nice run. Started slow, but has come on strong in the past several minutes. 41-28 now, a 13-point lead after the free throw. Hobdy's 3 does not go. Porter a long rebound. All alone is Lewis, and then Hobdy gets on top, forces him back up to the top of the arc. Ugalde nearly stepped on the sideline. Porter was able to stay in bounds as well. 12 to shoot. Three-point shot, no good from Lewis. Bray very fast up the court, has options, keeps it himself. Christian Porter blocks the layup attempt, but it will stay with Trinity as the ball goes out of bounds. 11:34 left on the game clock, and there you see the score, 41-28. Substitution for Coach Mark Getch, A.J. Ward in, Austin Lewis out. Also, Clayton Buckley is off, and John Clay is back on the court. Battle thought about the 3, but Porter would not let Battle get off the shot. And we have a whistle after Hobdy passes the ball. That's going to be on the floor, and it will be called against James Shodimu, his first, and team foul number 2 of the second half. So Trinity Baptist will inbound with a 13-point lead. Pass to Maisonette. Turnaround jumper. His first field goal. 3 points overall. And Trinity leads by 15. 43-28. Shadimu finds Ward, and Ward will draw the foul. It's either Battle or Hobdy. It will be Sam Battle with his 3rd, if I have that correct. So A.J. Ward will shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 67% entering play tonight. That one does not go. It's a little short off the front of the rim. Free through number 2. That one bounces around and goes Ward's way. So he now has 4. It's 43-29. Trinity Baptist leads. 10:45 and counting. We are in the second half. And a foul away from the ball. That looks like it's going to be Jaquez Anderson. That is his second. It is team foul number 4. Pensacola has committed 3, Trinity now 4. Trinity fans trying to make it tough on Porter and the Pensacola Eagles. Ward spins around, does not go. Nice defensive play by Anderson. Got a good clean body block, and we have a foul underneath. 2 shots coming for Trinity. Looks like Ethan Bray will go to the line. And a foul is called on A.J. Ward. That is his second. Team foul number 4. Bray, first attempts of the night and on the season, 72%. Free throw number 1, a little too strong. Bray with free throw number 2, good. He's on the board, his first point of the night, and Trinity has its 15-point lead back. Clay guarded by 2. Shodimu for 3 off to the right. Parrish Hobney pulls this one down. Trinity looking to extend a current 15-point lead. Maisonette's jumper, it's good. That's his 4th and 5th points of the night, and a timeout for Pensacola. With the score, Trinity Baptist 46, Pensacola Christian 29. Full 60-second timeout. 9:42 left, and we'll pause here, and we'll be back when play resumes. Pensacola has possession, trailing 46-29. We're past the midway point of the second half, and the TBC Eagles lead by 15. Trey Whitfield is a leading scorer on the court with 14, if I have everything correct. Of course, my numbers are unofficial. Yasmin Brown is our official scorekeeper. She's over there at the table. She does a fantastic job for us, and we very much appreciate the work. It's not easy to keep track of everything. John Clay, shot no good. Maisonette gets around his defender, has Freeman wide open, but lost control of the ball. Able to get it right back. Layup, though, no good. Missed opportunity for TBC. Shodimu, fortunate, he might have gotten away with a couple of extra steps. No call. And we're going to have a foul. That's going against John Clay of Pensacola. It's team foul number 5. And Trinity will inbound at midcourt. 8:59 left to play. 15-point lead for Trinity Baptist, 46-29. A.J. Ward heads off. Higdon back onto the court. So right now, or Lewis rather, Lewis, Higdon, Clay, Shodimu, and Porter for Pensacola. Bray, Freeman, Hobdy, who just took that shot and swished. His first score of the second half, 7 total points. Sam Battle. And a new Eagle on the court, brand new to the team. Fausto Alvarez gets his first action, just joined the team this semester. He is from St. John's, Florida, just down the road in St. Johns County. You can read about Fausto on TBCEagles.com. He and I collaborated. Got that introductory article, so welcome Fausto Alvarez, and he's getting his first college action. He's from Bartram Trail High School in St. Johns County, just one county away on the other side of the river. 48-29, Porter runs the baseline, and Pensacola works it back up top. And what a really nice move by Caleb Eiffel. He now has 10. Coming up on the 8-minute mark of the second half, Battle and Porter battling for the ball. And that's off Porter, and will stay with Trinity. 1 second ticked off the shot clock. (48-31), a 17-point lead. We'll see if Coach Jones wants to start slowing it down or if he wants to go for more. Of course, Pensacola, always a very tough basketball team. No lead is too big against them. Porter with the steal, finds Shodimu. Lewis back to Porter, turnaround three-pointer is off the rim. Rose hits Freeman, and Freeman will go to the line. And that foul's against Austin Lewis. That'll send Freeman to the line. That is number 3 for Lewis. Tyrese Freeman has not shot a free throw yet tonight. He is 6 out of 7 on the season. I believe all of those came in one game against Great Lakes Christian last Friday. Alvarez gets a nice hand from the crowd as he heads off. Glad to have this young man on the team. Freeman missed his first. Number 2 is good. (18-point lead for Trinity Baptist. 7.5 left to play. Out of bounds, I believe, was the call, if I saw that correctly. Quick inbound to Eiffel. His three-pointer is short, and Turi pulls down the rebound. Turi, Hobdy, Rose, Freeman, and Battle on the court. Porter, Ugaldi, as Hobdy buries a long three-pointer. Parrish Hobdy now in double digits. Hobdy, Rose, Battle, Freeman, and Torrey on the court for Trinity Baptist. Eiffel hits Higdon, turnaround jumper, and he beats Torrey. Those two have had some really good battles, and about 50-50 as far as who's won those battles. That's now 7 points for Will Higdon. 52-33. Short jumper for Parrish Hobdy. He's come to life in this second half. He now has 12. 7 in this second half. Brittany Paddock, Sports Information Director of Pensacola Christian College. Mark Getch, the head coach. Athletic Director is Addison Cowley. There's a nice layup off the backboard from Will Higdon. DeMarlon Gardner, the assistant coach of the Pensacola Christian Eagles. 54-35, 5.5 left. Battle on guard of Eiffel. Shodimu runs the baseline, goes 1-on-2, gets his own rebound. Porter now wide open for three. It's good. Well, Christian Porter averages 10.4. He's now at 10 tonight. And a timeout called by Coach Jones. That's the first timeout that he has called. 5:14 left on the clock. Trinity Baptist 54, Pensacola Christian 38. Well, I hope you're enjoying that on-screen scoreboard. Just talking with Dean. He's running both the camera and that on-screen scoreboard, and hopefully before long we can get that clock running, but it runs up instead of down, and that's why we're not using it. But we're glad that you're able to see that score on the screen now. Of course, Pensacola does a terrific job with the broadcasts. And we at Trinity Baptist, we love bringing you the games here at Trinity Gymnasium. 54-38, Trinity Baptist leads with 5 minutes left. Battle slid that foot, but no call. Bray with 7 to shoot. Three-pointer off the rim. Torrey with the rebound, and Battle will draw the foul after getting the pass, and that will go against James Shodimu. That's his second. And Sam Battle will shoot 2. He's missed his only attempt of the night so far, and on the season he's now 11 out of 22. That counts tonight's free throw in the first half. Sam Battle had himself a great game against Great Lakes Christian. I forget exactly how many points, but he was well over 20. Number 2 off the front of the rim. And out of bounds, it will be Pensacola's ball. Last touch by, I believe, Battle. (58-35). Pull-up jumper from Eiffel, no good. Coming up on 4:20 left. Battle is getting guarded heavily in the backcourt. About 2 seconds, and they do get it across that timeline just in time. Battle thought about that three. Instead, he drives inside, and the layup, however, does not go. Shodimu at the top of the lane. Ugalde works it to the left side. Eiffel finds Shodimu, guarded by Torrey, and a loose ball knocked away by Xavier Rose. Credit him with the steal. Three and a half left, and Trinity leads 55-38. 17-point lead. And it looks like they may start working down the clock, looking for the big South Region win. Bounce pass to Battle. Torrey with his 4th slam dunk of the night. He now has 11. He averages 11.6. 57-38. Ward for 3 off the rim. Rose gets it across midcourt. Trinity Baptist is now shooting 45% on the night. They have had a big second half thus far. 28-19 in the second half. Torrey, reverse layup, just beating the shot clock. He now has 13. (59-38). Ifill calling for the ball wide open in the corner, but Shodimu is able to get the layup and the basket, and a timeout called by Coach Jones. That is the first score of the night for Shodimu. This is a full 60-second timeout with the score Trinity Baptist 59, Pensacola Christian 38, 2:14 left on the clock. And in case you missed it, Pensacola fans, after tonight, your team has some time off before they play again. They're going to Lake City, about an hour away from Jacksonville, but still a good 5 hours away from your school. Florida Gateway College, Saturday at 1 p.m., January 23rd. And then they will host Toccoa Falls College on January 30th before traveling to Trinity College of Florida down in South Florida on Monday, February 1st. The bulk of the Pensacola games remaining are within the South region. These two teams will meet again at Pensacola on February 5th, women's men's doubleheader. It'll be a 5:30 Central Time tip-off for the women's game, 7:30 Central Time for the men at Pensacola against Trinity Baptist College. 19-point lead for TBC, 2:14 left to play. And again, Trinity can work down the clock. Garen Arabi on the court now for Pensacola. He wears number 4, and that ball was tipped, so it stays alive. That is Arabi over on the far side. Bray gets around Arabi. Feed off inside to Jeremiah Cooper on the court now for Coach Jones. Cooper's shot does not go. Cooper, Rose, Torrey, Battle, and Bray for Trinity Baptist. Battle thought about the 3, but he brings it back towards midcourt. Bray inside the paint, finds Cooper, 4-3. It's a little too strong, just as the shot clock was winding down. 1.5 left. And Trinity Baptist on the way to a 1-1 South Region record. Pensacola will drop to no wins and 2 losses within the region. That shot from Lewis, a little short, out of bounds, but it will be Pensacola's ball. Tonight's player of the game will be Travius Whitfield. He came to life big time with 10 points in the first half of this second half, and that really started Trinity Baptist to mount to a big lead. So Travius Whitfield, his full first name, he is tonight's player of the game, the sophomore from Valdosta, Georgia. Jump shot from Ifill, no good, and onto the court. You heard that ovation for Aubrey Howard. He and Jeremiah Cooper, and among others, helped lead the JV Trinity Baptist Eagles. We're going to see the JV team on this court before long. January 23rd against Florida Coastal Prep at 6 p.m. Jace Spinelli onto the court now for Coach Jones. Howard for 3, it's good! Aubrey Howard hits the 3, and Trinity leads 62-40, 45 seconds left. That shot by Jackson Matney off the rim. Clayton Buckley also on the court for Coach Getch. And that one hit off the rim and the top of the backboard. So Trinity Baptist with 41 seconds left and a 22-point lead. Inbounds, goes the length of the court. Cooper again, 4-3. This one is short. Loose ball, grabbed by Cooper, and the layup is good. So Jamiah Cooper with his first varsity points of the season. He scores a lot for the JV team. He's on the board, and it's a 24-point lead, 15 seconds left. I fill, three-pointer no. Rebound by Cooper, and that is going to do it as we have 10 seconds left. They get it across the timeline, and Spinelli's going to hold on to the ball and let the clock wear down. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 64, Pensacola Christian 40. So they split the doubleheader. Pensacola's women won 63-61. Trinity Baptist men win 64-40. Again, Trey Whitfield, our player of game, with 14. Kafumba Tori, 13 and 4 slam dunks. Parrish Hobney, 12. Jakari Randolph, 6. Mark Jobert Mason at 5, assuming no mistakes. Ethan Bray, 1. Tyrese Freeman, 3. For Pensacola, James Shodimu, 2. Christian Porter, 10. John Clay, 3. Brian Ugaldi, 2. Caleb Eiffel, 10. A.J. Ward, 4. And Will Higdon finishes with 7. Well, it's been a great night here on the Trinity Gymnasium hardwood. Exciting doubleheader basketball. The men are now 1-1 in South Region play. Pensacola drops to no wins and 2 losses. Thank you, Dean Bureau, for the camera and the scoreboard. Yasmin Brown, the official scorekeeper over at the table. The spotter is Trey Nieves. And among others, our game day coordinator is Josh Jackson. For Coach Jones, and again, thank you to Coach Jared Sellers for joining us in the first half. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.